Hello and welcome back to Covers Week on PopCulture X, and we are now doing Newfound Glory, covering the Celine Dion Titanic epic. My heart will go on.
My heart will go
So
on. Never seen the movie, by the way. Want that on record? Want that recorded for posterity? Never seen the movie.
I have seen about 20 minutes of it because I went to the cinema with my girlfriend at the time. Went fuck
Split
this,
up
and
20 minutes in.
then went fuck this because back in the day there was an arcade across the road from the cinema on
Oh,
Prince Wales Road. When I'll see you in there when you're done, and went and pumped a load of change into the
fruities.
video games.
I mean, I'm with you. I think you made the wise choice. Spoilers: the boat sinks. But as much as I haven't seen the movie, I don't think there's a human being on this planet that is, let's say, older than 18, because I just want to forgive some kids who might not, who
Yeah.
haven't at some point in their life heard the original. It was inescapable in the world that we live in.
Yes. So have you heard of Newfound Glory?
No, I don't think so. It doesn't ring any bells.
So they are a pop punk band that I am a fan of. They started in that sort of like that 2000, 2001 sort of time when Blink and all those sort of bands were the big thing. So they're in that
Mm-hmm.
sort of area of time.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're sold. I can tell.
I'm listening.
So
So we've got a song that I hate with absolute passion, performed by a band from an era of music that I'm really not a fan of. Although having said that, like joking aside, like sometimes it is what people do with songs that you really don't like. That's
yeah,
where sometimes the pure kind of this is bloody great can be. Well, we shall see on this one for me, but it's got a big hill to climb, I'd say.
so shall we get on the boat and sink?
I might want to by the end of this, but let's not prejudge it. Let's do this. Authentic boat noise is good. And before we get into the song, obviously, like the kind of, it wasn't like an official video, was it? It was just
No.
like stills from the movie, and I just want to say, like, as much as I've never seen the movie, I do want to take this time to acknowledge that she murdered him in that movie. That's one of the things I do know about it. So if anyone who's clicked on this because they went, oh, I love that song, and then they're going to do a cover, and they probably went after I said how much I haven't seen the movie and how much I disliked it. If you have stayed this far, she's a murderer. He didn't need to die. There was plenty of room on that thing for him to survive as well. So I just want that. I want that out there before we go into the track.
So, what did you think of the Newfound
Oh,
Glory version?
I, I I meant to ask beforehand. Have you heard this before? I know you said you like
Yes,
the band, but have you heard it before?
yes,
I'm going to guess you like it.
yes. It's fun pop punk. It's not my favorite on the EP. Because they did an EP called "From Our Screens to Your Stereo," which is film
Okay.
cover stuff. And they do the Neverending Story. They do the Goonies,
Oh, I
Good
like that
Enough.
movie.
So they do other ones on there which I prefer. But this it's a fun little pop punk song. With this is my bread and butter, especially when this sort of came out because I was like 19, 20 at the time, and really into my pop punk and bouncing around with a skin full of booze in me. It will put a smile on my face because it reminds me of a time of being that sort of 18, 19, 20, and bouncing around at punk gigs all the time.
Well, like I think I said before we started. Also, before the video went on. I mean, I hate the original. I do. I know it's adored by a lot of people, but it really fits into that world of um, manufactured epic ballad
Yeah,
that people kind of revere, partially because of its attachment to a movie. Same thing with
Robin Hood,
bloody yeah, that's exactly
Brian
what I was thinking of.
Adams.
But I could, yeah, Brian Adams and things like that, and people go, it's brilliant because it sold a gajillion copies, and you just go, ah, yes, it
And the
doesn't necessarily
Bodyguard.
like. Yeah, he's the one. Yeah, it fits into that category for me, and I hated it from first listen, and I still hate it now. I've never softened on it. This cover did something remarkable for me, though. I found a version of this song that I hate even more. This was absolutely, and again, I hate to rail on stuff because we do try to, but we always say we'll be honest. But I do try to be like relatively positive where I can. Um, this took a shit song and made it shitter. I was there were points there where the guy's singing voice was just grating, like
I,
really
I did
really
think
nasally,
you were
whiny and
right.
grating. And bearing in mind, I know my voice is also nasally, whiny and grating, and I'm putting myself out on YouTube, but no, and like okay, like if there's one benefit it does have to it is it's faster than the original. So at least they get in and out of it in 3 minutes rather than what feels like an eternity if I hear the Celine Dion one. But no, this is terrible, man. This is, and I know I've said it on other things that you've brought here before. And God, that sickens me that you keep bringing this stuff, and sickens me that no one's ever put anything
This
in the comments for
this
something I
was
might like.
this was not my choice. This was actually one of the ones that had come in from our suggestions.
Well, whoever it is, don't suggest. No, I'm joking. Always bring it. And so I really kind of think that there's something in this arena that I will like at a certain point, but this ain't it. And it's always my go-to when we have songs like this. This is on the road trip soundtrack. Not interested. Like I don't like that sort of stuff. Is just pish. And this is a worse version of a song that I hate. I can't believe I'm saying that.
So I,
Never
I did
again.
I did think that you wouldn't get on with this because of the
Drag me
vocals.
down in the water with the fellow who was murdered. That's what I want. Right. That's what I wanted during that. Yeah. Awful. Awful.
Yeah,
I think I'm trying to remember what we've done this year, like in chronological, but because I think there is something else that you brought along that really annoyed me, and I think that was this year. But yeah, this is in the mix for worst song that I've had to react to this year.
So as I said, I
That'll come at the end of the
picked
year
this.
for anyone who is at the end of the year we do our top 5 things that we've reacted to and our worst thing we've reacted to. Yeah, a little spoiler. This will be in with a shout.
But yes, so Adam, because I know who picked this and put it in the list,
Bring
said
me
he
some more,
doesn't seem
Adam.
to like the Newfound Glory. Let's find more things for him to hate.
I mean, I said beforehand, and it's hard because obviously there was kind of a degree of prejudgment. I can't lie, like a kind of error I don't really like and a song that I really don't like. But yeah, I had a chance because they are very different, aren't they? You know, this
Yeah.
is very, 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 very different. Uh, but that doesn't mean to say that I might not like other of their stuff. You know, it was a harder
Oh,
sell picking a song that I hate.
the
Although, as I
thing
say,
is,
his singing voice was problematic for me, so I think I would struggle.
yeah, I don't think you would get on with most of Newfound Glories because can't remember what the singer's name is, but yeah, he is quite a nasally singer. So yeah, most of it has that sort of whiny texture to it. But yeah, I like it. It's fun pop
In
punk, and as a as I said, brings back memories of me getting very drunk and bouncing around at gigs every other day, like it used to be when I was young. Get away with it.
to I want to like I don't want to go sort of fully negative, so I want to bring a positive to the mix. So unengaged with it, I found that you can buy a or there's just about to be released an Ultra Magnus from the Transformers the movie new toy coming out that has a 7 blast effect sound. So there's a positive there.
So, with that, comments down there on what you think, and if you want to fill the suggestion list with nasally pop punk just to grate on said and more, by all means, fill it in and bring me back to my nostalgia
Also,
of my youth.
find and I kind of this is a bit of a plea, I guess, is Um, find a pop punk that I will like, because yeah, we said this about every musical genre. There is stuff, isn't there? And I'm sure there is probably a raft of stuff that really will get in my ear holes. So, like. We've played on this new metal. I've done the same. I can't believe I said it out loud now as well. I really am bringing it on to myself. But new metal, pop punk. Like, what's the best of it? Like, what out there is the best of it? And yeah, put them in the suggestions because I'm not going to give up. I mean, I might criticize, but I don't want to give up. I want to find that stuff that speaks to me. But so far, ain't happened.
So, as always, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and all the other YouTube things. And until next time,
She's a
here,
murderer.
far, wherever you are, remember it hits an iceberg, it sinks, and she's a murderer.
She murders
Save,
him.
save yourself 3 hours. Goodbye.